burden. Yes, and I'm sure they'll really delve into the matter as we speak. And well, you can get us live. Yes, you can get us live. BCOS Television, Iliake Derita Bashon, right here in the city of Ibadan. And you can also check us up on GoTV, channels 105, Star Times, channel 113, Facebook, and at BCOS TV, Twitter, at BCOS underscore TV. And you can also watch our YouTube channel, BCOS TVS. The program is still Matters Arising, and of course, your regular host, Bimbo Akondi, is my name. Yes, like I said, there are rising concerns over Nigeria's debt service burden. And I remember then, Nigeria, over the years, we have been, the federal government, even states, some states, individually, they sought for loans then. Now, loans are still being sought, and loans again are still being sought to, repay back some other loans, instead of loans being, sought and the loans being used for development. And well, this is some of the rising concerns, and which is of course affecting the people, affecting the economy, affecting the manufacturing sector, affecting the educational sector, affecting the health sector, educational sector, and all other sectors. Well, it goes on and on and on. And well, we'll go straight to business today, but I'll quickly throw some points before my guests here. Now, Nigeria's debt service burden is a pressing concern, with the country's debt stock estimated at $100 billion and a debt service to revenue ratio of 47% in 2025. That is according to the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, who raised some of these issues. I talked about high borrowing costs. African countries, including Nigeria, he said they face interest rates of over 10% on commercial loans, making it challenging to fund development projects. Debt servicing exceeding investment. He said developing countries paid $173 billion in debt servicing in 2024, exceeding foreign direct investment flows. He talked about limited access to international capital markets, constrained fiscal space, unsustainable debt structure, and well, he added that to address these concerns, Nigeria aims to refinance expensive debt, consolidate funds under the central bank, and strengthen domestic resource mobilization. And he also added that the implications of Nigeria's high borrowing costs are far-reaching. And crowding out the private sector, and explaining that government borrowing drives up interest rates, making it expensive for private businesses to access credit. That is what I was talking about the private sector, the manufacturing sector, and other sectors linked to the private sector investment path. Then there will be economic stagnation. That is, high borrowing costs can slow economic growth, increase inflation, and worsen poverty. And that is what I think Comrade Emmanuel Ogundiro. Nigeria's debt service to revenue ratio stands at 47%. How alarming is this figure in practical economic terms? But before you answer that question, I remember that at the time, President Obasanjo said there will be no more borrowing. I think we are still borrowing.
Well, where is that? Let me first say it is not only President Obasanjo. The sitting president has not actually sat on his seat when he removed fuel subsidy. And one of the reasons he actually put down was that Nigeria will stop borrowing,
Yes,
or will reduce the rate at which we borrow.
Yes, I was about
Good.
to say, President.
Apart from those that will be spent, that there will be more money to spend on education, to spend on agriculture, and on health. So, unfortunately, like we always want to say, in economics, there is nothing bad in borrowing. But what do you borrow for? If you borrow for consumption like Nigeria is doing,